Hello, hello. Welcome to your October energy forecast. A big warm welcome to any new viewers, blessings to my subscribers, and of course, my dearly beloved members of Light. I really appreciate you being here. This is your October energy, the collective energy for October. And also specifically, I'm tuning in to the members and those of you who've been on my channel, watching my channel all these years. These messages are tailored to you and your soul imprint, okay? So we still haven't finished eclipse season as I'm recording this. We have the solar eclipse in Libra on the 2nd of October. We are currently in the eclipse sandwich, which is a cosmic gateway between the lunar eclipse we had in Pisces and this eclipse that we have coming up on Wednesday on the 2nd. This is a great time. Eclipse season in general is a good time for solitude, but I really feel this October energy before the eclipse and a week after is a beautiful time for sacred space. Because eclipses, by their nature, kick up the dust of our emotional lives. It will naturally create lots of change. It can also bring a lot of fatigue. You know, we can have what's called an eclipse hangover because there's stirrings within us, and then usually within days around or after the eclipse, there's a lot of stirrings and changes that externally happen as well. So I'm calling October adjustment because truly what has been felt and metabolized during the eclipses will now have to be implemented, and there'll also be a need to adapt to the new landscape, the new environment. Perhaps you're moving, perhaps you're leaving a job, perhaps you're changing the community or the friends in your life, or your romantic relationship is shifting into a new level. If you want to know more about the 2nd of October eclipse, I spoke specifically about that event in the video previous. So you can actually look at that video if you're wanting to hone in on the themes and the specific topics and energy of that. But this video is about the overall general October collective frequency vibration. So in October, we'll have that new beginning around the 2nd. That will bring in inspired energy. And it's truly a time to recognize that in the past 6 months, you have walked away from your fears and that you are a much more fearless, brave person now. And I really feel that the collective is going to be feeling and seeing this in October. You're going to see that the inner child that was previously quite daunted by change or by the tasks at hand that happen in our lives, you're just not going to entertain that old version of yourself. You're not going to have the energy. And there's a redirection now. There's a refocusing on what is important, what is priority for my needs, what is my intention, where am I headed here? And everything else around that will have to be shed. So there will be a shedding, a sloughing off of dead skin in October. And of course, as we do that and we make those course corrections, that's where the adaptation theme kicks in. But there'll be a joy in this. There'll be a sense of, relief. There's a sense of finally things are moving, and there's a dynamism in October that I feel our souls have been longing for some time. So I love when energy is moving. I feel that for many souls in the last maybe year or two, there was a need to sit into certain energies and frequencies and feel things out. But finally now we're getting the go ahead to be brave and make these big changes. Now, with this courage, you're reviewing your behaviors, reviewing your habits. Beware of the old, familiar, comfortable voice of the 3D self that might try to create some self-sabotage by activating old doubts. I have to bring this up to your attention because when we shine the light on something that is a habit, when we shine the light of truth on a behavior, it's no longer a habit anymore because a habit is unconscious. It's something we do impulsively, automatically. But when we shine the light on something, we're able to say, I know now that that is something that I do when I'm stressed. It's something that I do when I'm scared to take a new leap. Maybe you have a really big job interview coming up and it's a golden opportunity. And this is an example of what I mean. And there's a part of the old 3D you saying, honey, don't do it. Don't go there. Like, you know, you're not enough. You're not, it's too far out of our reach. It's too big. It's going to cause us to have to stretch beyond the comfort zone. But this is where in October you get to be brave and you get to say, aha, but I can grow and I can adapt. You see, I can change. I can meet these new ways of being. I can make new choices for myself. And therefore I can stretch and reach that shining star that's calling me. Okay, I'm just looking at my notes here. So yeah, with the equinox, we have an equilibrium being called into our energy field. For some, that will also feel like renewed energy because, as I said, after the eclipses and from the end of September, a lot of people were feeling a fatigue, a need for more sleep, a need to eat more. Things are getting more balanced out as the month plays out, okay? So, harmony, balance, sophisticated sensuality. Yeah. Our sensual self is becoming really activated in October. There's a feeling of just admiring the rich colors around us, the changing season. There's a sense of our sensuality being heightened. This is because the frequency on the planet is being amplified, and many of us that are high sensitives are really, really tapping into that. So you might find that your food tastes so good. I found this. It's like everything is, I mean, I'm a Taurus, so I love food and I love strong flavors. But it's like there's it's a heightened pleasure of feminine yin tapping into this amplified 5D frequency that is really flowing in October. And you might find that you want to take more baths or you want to spice up your food because you're actually really tuning into these frequencies and it's encouraging you to want more, to want more in your, maybe you want more colorful plate. You want to improve your diet as well in many ways by bringing in the rainbow of colors. So it's like we're tapping into this pleasure principle. Now, again, coming back to balance. Some people who have more addictive tendencies might feel the need to overindulge. So again, we're shining the light on the habits, we're looking at behaviors and we're saying, I can enjoy this and I can tap into that and I can feel this amplified, sophisticated sexuality. But the word sophisticated, you do not need to jump too far into that. Enjoy the pleasures, But make sure that you're keeping your foundation stable and steady in October and always. So there's also, with this sensuality, the color of the food, the presentation, enjoying chocolate. You're also going to find in your home, some of us are refining our interiors. You're going to feel like, I want to paint the walls. And maybe it's a color that you've never been brave enough to paint before, but you're like, you know what? I love yellow and I don't care what anybody else thinks. I'm going to paint my wall yellow. It's that kind of energy. There's a confidence in how we express ourselves, but I do see a big focus on home here. So many people will be making adjustments, either moving. I do see a lot of people moving location in October as well. There's this new beginning, fresh start, which is wonderful. So let me turn the page here. Okay. Mutating dreams and desires. So a renewal of the original desire. There's a desire that has been put on the back burner. Maybe you've been carrying it in your heart for some time. You're tapping into the blueprint of that desire, but you're going to make changes. So imagine an architect when they are designing a building or a home. They have the blueprint. They have, right, this is going to go here, this is going to go there. It's like you're going back to the drawing. You're going back to the drawing board. That's what that expression, where it comes from. And you have the original essence of the dream. But because you have mutated, you have changed, you're going to apply that mutation energy to what the dream actually looks like now in real time. So in the ways that you have become a new person, so too will your dream be reflecting that back to you. So this will require adjustments. This will require reevaluation. And it could mean you have to change your family dynamic. It could mean that you have to decide that you're no longer going to allow that childhood wound or that codependent relationship to rule the roost, and that this is now the new, fresh blueprint of how you see your dream or how you're going to do things. So October invites us to look at the healing of family lineage, how it's affected our choices, and also really owning that, you know, I made those choices in the past from a place of scarcity, poverty, maybe from a place of not enoughness. But now with this new energy, this new beginning, this post-eclipse birthing choice point, you're able to say, I still respect and honor this dream, whatever it is, but I need to approach it in a new way. So doing things with a new approach, with an adaptability, with a strength and a confidence, choosing to be confident about approaching your problems and being solution oriented now in October. Opting out of negative programs. Really owning the negative programs of the past, like I said, and opting out and deciding, you know what, I don't need to be part of that entity anymore. Financial gains, harvest, rewards, and wins. Now, these rewards will often come in unscripted, unexpected. Something falls out of the blue. You get a letter in the post. Maybe the state has given you a house, a social housing. It's that kind of unexpected. It is a lottery win. It's like, wow, what a wonderful gain, what a harvest. And I thought that was interesting. The angels said, they kept saying harvest, because really this is, on my side of the world, this is the time of harvest. And truly, since I was a teenager, I have to laugh, I always celebrated the new year on Halloween, the end of October, because that was my ancestors' new year. And it felt to me more like the new year. I felt like September was the end. We were wrapping up all the old energy, and I could feel October bringing in this new frequency, the turn of the wheel is what they would have called it. So I really like the fact that some people are going to have financial gain. There's going to be an expansion in a creative project or a goal that they've had in mind. I also see a lot of career and work opportunities for some of you, but keep an eye out for that resourceful windfall. And it may not come in the form of money. Resources can come in the form of a door opening, like I said, getting a letter in the post with good news. It could be, there's so many ways that we can have these surprise harvests happen, but to be open with a gratitude attitude and a heart that is inspired and excited about this October energy will, of course, pull in and attract the realization of those goals. So this is going to be part 1. I will do a part 2. I'm going to leave it there. Have a great day. Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you are interested in becoming a member of my channel, click the join button and you'll learn more about it there. The light in me recognizes the light in you.